in memory of my people. They stole toys when they were a kid, but at the same time they shared them. They hated roughhousing as a kid, but at the same time they broke windows on factories and climbed on top of them. They hated bullies. They looked at porn magazines. They played with dolls. They collected garbage pail kids. They watched rated R movies. They loved cartoons. They played sports but were only mediocre. Guys had girlfriends. If something was stupid, we called it gay. Gay didn't mean you had emotions. There were a bunch of us that were experimented upon. One kid had brain surgery. Another kid had his tongue cut out. They cut open my bowels. I think they put something in them. There were witches all around. When we dreamed, we went there. We could rewind our dreams. We were all losers. The winners had no heart or soul. They were only mind and brain smart. We drank beer as kids. We snuck liquor as kids. We made out as kids. You know, guys and girls. We got arrested as kids. We drew funny faces as kids. We ate bubble gum as kids. We got sick as kids. We got vaccines as kids. We watched the old die as kids. We liked Ninja Turtles as kids. We liked G.I. Joe as kids. We liked X-Men as kids. We liked Spider-Man as kids. We liked Batman and Robin on Scooby-Doo. We liked Heathcliff and Garfield. We liked Bart and Fat Albert. We liked Beach Boys and we hated Tears for Fears. We hated NXS and Michael Jackson and Boy George and George Michael. We liked Brad and Dirt Bike Kid. We liked Brad and Dirt Bike Kid. We liked Raptor, Goonies, Stand By Me, Meatballs, Porky, Gleeman and Q. We liked Tony Hawk. We liked Corey Haim because he was a fucking badass pretty bitch boy. We liked Tron. We liked RoboCop. We liked Solar Baby. We liked Bugs Bunny, the hairy red character in fucking Looney Tunes, and Taz. We liked Woody Woodpecker. We liked Jerry, but we preferred Jerry over Tom. We liked Predator, RoboCop, Mad Max, and Thunderdome. We liked The Land Down Under and the Rescue Mission. We liked Fiverr. We liked The Secret of Nim. We liked Ninja. We liked Class of 99 and House 2. We liked My Science Project and Mad Science. The creepy mutated bear movie. Silver Spoon and Who's the Boss. Webster and Different Strokes. Tootie. Fame. We like Ghoulies and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We like Poltergeist. We like slime that you got from a quarter machine. We liked arcades. We like Double Dragon. We like space. We like Space Ace and Dragon's Lair. We like Neo Geo. We thought Atari was weak and stupid. Yeah, I played the game. That's only because I was poor and bored. We liked Nintendo and Duck Hunt and Mario World. We always wanted Sega. We liked Lego. We liked Lego My Ego. We thought Walk Like an Egyptian was funny. We liked the cartoon on the Creep Show. We liked the Crypt People. We liked Vanilla Ice. We hated Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard, and Wilson Phillips. We thought New Kids on the Block was gay. We liked Ghost and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, because in Ghost, you could hold physical things, and in Robin Hood, they had the tree horse and the camouflage blanket. We like Guts and the cheapo rubber toys of mech robots. We thought plastic Barbie men were target practice. We like Tony Wolf's Fairy Tale, because the animals were like soldiers in the Dragon Story. We thought the Princess Bride was stupid. We thought Little Monsters was cool. We thought the Neverending Story had great character design, as well as the sets of Dark Crystal. We liked Monster Squad because the kids were badass, yet we knew most of it was cheesy. We liked Three Ninjas because they reminded me of my brother, me and my brother. We liked Sidekicks because of the ninja nunchucks scene, because it reminded us of this cool white ninja we have when we were kids. We wanted to dress up and walk around as ninjas, so we always had to wait till Halloween. Society shouldn't have forbade walking around as a ninja. In school we dreamt of true. We stole Sharpies from the art teacher. We thought rat tails is a hairdo. Cool. If you don't know, it was an ancient thing. We thought Davy Crockett was cool. We thought Daniel Boone was a cheap knockoff. We played Spy Hunter at the pizza shop that I walked through as a 9-year-old kid. It was several blocks from my house. I didn't worry about getting killed or kidnapped by a pedo. I rode my He-Man bike before I got a Ken bike. That eventually got stolen, but this cool older kid got it back from me. I was afraid my dad was going to beat my ass for getting my bike stolen. Luckily that didn't happen. I don't resent my dad for that. I resent people that try to say I'm lying about resenting them. We liked the pinball machines sometimes, depending on what else was around. We went to Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. We thought Ocean City in Maryland was cooler. A lot of people preferred Wildwood in Jersey, but I liked Ocean City better because it was cleaner. Rehoboth Beach had this ride called the Haunted House. At the end there was this old truck that came right at you. It was scary. Thinking that playing out memories as a videotape would have been thought of as gay. Recalling memories is a natural spiritual process, not a machine invented concept. Now back to it. We liked army ants and made comics out of them. There was this one particular one that I kept throughout the years. We thought Contra was cool. We thought the infinite ammo and infinite life code was cheating. We thought Game GD was cheating. We thought people with the Sega channel were dependent. We were Weeblos and then Boy Scouts. We thought it was gay after one of the members ratted on us for trying to learn wood whittling, which is a scout badge. But I cut myself while I was whittling because I used the knife in the wrong direction, and you're supposed to cut away from yourself, but I cut towards myself and stabbed myself. And then I told one of the fellow Boy Scouts, and he was supposed to keep it a secret, but he fucking ratted me out, so they took my fucking tote and chip badge, which, pissed me off, and then I quit the fucking Boy Scouts because it was gay. I mean, not Boy Scouts was gay, but the fact that I got ratted on and they took my badge was fucking gay. So, fuck all y'all.